What's going on, everybody? Brown's Thoughts here on the Off the Mic Sports Network. The expected news happened on Monday. Shedeur Sanders will be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns for Sunday's game against the San Francisco 49ers. In Cleveland, it'll be the first home start for Shedeur. Listen, I put up a video after the game on Sunday after they beat the Las Vegas Raiders 24-10. Shedeur looked fine. But I said he did the bare minimum, and a lot of people got mad at me. A lot of people think I was being unfair. I don't think I was. There's a lot of reasons why I get frustrated. I think the way the media and the way his fans talk about him doesn't match the player. Do I think Shedeur Sanders was a good college player? Sure. He was a good college player at Colorado, accomplished a lot of things. Was he a great college player? No. He fell to the fifth round because there was a lot of distractions. He told a couple teams that he didn't want to play for them. His dad got involved. He's got a famous father. And the talent didn't match the headache. And he got into this opportunity because Dylan Gabriel got hurt. A lot of people have just been really, talking out of their asses, and propping him up and making him seem like he's the greatest thing ever, acting like, there was some injustice that he fell to the fifth round. I'm like, guys, like, his tape is fine, but it's not exceptional. And if you look back at this tape with Shedeur, during his game during his game against the Las Vegas Raiders, I looked at his pass chart. Most of his passes, I think there was basically, I'm looking at this. So you have 5 passes in this game out of the 20 that he threw. 5 passes went 20 yards or more down the field. The rest of them were within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. So if you do the math there, 15 of his 20 passes were within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. Everybody ripped Dylan Gabriel for not taking many chances. Shedeur made a couple of nice completions down the field, but he also airmailed one very far out of bounds. Like, this was not a perfect performance. And if not for a 60-yard, effective screen pass, to Dylan Sampson, he's got 140 yards passing. He's got 140 yards passing. Like, when I say he did the bare minimum, yeah. He had an opportunity that he had to go, seize this opportunity that he was given. And it wasn't going to be hard against a bad team. He played way better than Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel was not good. He did what he was supposed to do, which to me was the bare minimum. Had he gone out there and thrown 25 for 33 for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, that would have been the way that the media talks about this guy. That's what everybody was making me think that we were supposed to see. And I've known, because I've covered this guy when he was at Colorado, when he was at Jackson State, that's just not who he is. And yeah, did he look better? Am I intrigued by what he could become as the Browns starting quarterback? Sure. But you wouldn't know that with the way everybody's talking about it. They're already proclaiming him the future of the franchise. I was like, guys, are we out of our minds? Just because he did something that no rookie quarterback has done since the team came back to the NFL in '99 in their first start doesn't mean that he's God's gift to quarterbacking. And when you take a look at his numbers and you look at his pass chart, like I said, 5 passes, 20 yards more down the field. The rest of his passes were within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. What's the difference between that and Dylan Gabriel? He made a couple of choice throws down the field, which is, to me, the bare minimum. You're better than the other guy. If that's your criteria for being a franchise quarterback, you need to reevaluate yourself as a fan of the Cleveland Browns. I've seen enough quarterback play with this franchise to say, okay, cool, nice. And considering all the stuff that comes with them, when you got people like in the media like acting like Kevin Stefanski's out to get this guy and analyzing freaking post-game locker room tape like he's some sort of like snake. Listen, Kevin Stefanski has not been a good coach for a large chunk of this year. He hasn't been a good coach for the last couple of years, but the guy also has won 2 Coach of the Years in his career. So to act like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing is really ridiculous. And everybody's like, oh, he'll get fired because he didn't handle this situation well. Listen, he'll get fired because the Browns haven't won football games. It's not because of Shedeur. Let's get that out of the way. The other part of this is so many in the media and so many out there are just acting like Shedeur is like put on this pedestal. And this is what rubs me and a lot of people who are seeing through this and want to see more, but want to be more reasonable and not like, anoint every great thing that we see as it's like something that we haven't seen before. It's really amazing how they talk. But when I hear people like Kendrick Perkins, and listen, I don't take Kendrick Perkins, opinions very seriously. But when you're saying on podcasts that he's the most powerful black man since Barack Obama, we've completely lost the plot. And I know that Kendrick Perkins isn't the representation of everybody, but there are people out in the world who think really highly of this guy and are talking like he is like this God's gift who's going to be like a multiple time All-Pro and going to do all these crazy things. And it was such an injustice that they fell to the 5th round, and that people in the organization and people in the NFL are colluding against him. And then I see people, Josh Allen, if he falls back and takes sacks, it's the worst crime ever. But if Shedeur does it, it's nothing. But if Shedeur does it, it's a crime. And it's like, the fuck are we doing, man? Again, let's pace ourselves for a second. Like I said, everybody got mad at me because I was like, okay, I expected him to go out there, complete some passes, throw for a couple 100 yards, maybe get a touchdown. And I expected the Browns to win. And if he didn't do that, there would be a real issue. I expected him to seize this opportunity and win the job. There was just too much going his way. The Browns defense is way too good. The Raiders are really bad. It was a closed environment. His dad ended up being there. There was a lot of things working for Shedeur. So good for him for capitalizing on the opportunity. But by no means do I think that this was some sort of fucking exceptional performance. He still has a lot to prove. And I think he'll get the opportunity if he keeps playing well. But he's got a real test this week against San Francisco. Robert Saleh is a former head coach in the league and a pretty damn good defensive coordinator. I understand he's down a couple of significant pieces on his defense. Fred Warner and Nick Bosa aren't there. But this is still a good team. This is still a good San Francisco 49ers team. The Browns defense is going to come to play. But Shedeur can't screw it up. He played a bad defense. He took advantage of it. He also got helped by a 60-yard completion where his running back ran like it was a 65-yard completion. His running back ran 60 of it. So, like, we need to slow down for a second. And people need to understand and need to take a chill pill and realize if Shedeur Sanders really is as good as everybody says he is, he'll rise to the occasion. Based off what I saw in college and based off there's a reason why he was taken in the 5th round. There wasn't anything that jumped off the tape where I was like, oh my God, we got to steal. But hey, he's better than Dylan Gabriel. But if that's your criteria, hey, he's better than Dylan Gabriel. I understand that that's the immediate thing. But if your criteria of exceptional quarterback play and, Shedeur's so great and this and that and the other, then you really need to reevaluate things. He's got a lot to prove. I think he did well, but there was also some things that were very concerning. And do I think he's the future face of this franchise? I don't have a reason to say yes right now. Now, if he gives the Browns a reason to do this at the end of the year, then that's great. But everybody has just completely gotten off the rocker, and this discourse has driven me nuts. Even more crazy than what was going on with Deshaun Watson. Like, that whole situation was ridiculous in itself. This discourse is just in a whole different other league. Like, we're blaming coaches. We're analyzing locker room, post-game speeches. He didn't get a game ball. He deserved a game ball. We're completely overlooking the fact that the defense had 10 sacks, and one guy had 3 of them. One of them has 18 through 11 games and is on pace to break the sack record. We're not even talking about that because we're talking about a rookie quarterback like he did something great. He was a rookie who went in there, completed some passes, did okay, but I don't think by any means he's the future 10-year starter of this team. Really? And then you got idiots in the media saying that Stefanski's sabotaging him. Hey, you're disrespecting a guy who's the most important black man in America since the former president of the United States. It's like, y'all need to chill out, okay? We need to chill out for a second as we talk about this guy. Because part of the reason why it's hard to root for Shedeur, even though he is the quarterback for the football team that I root for, is so many people in the media talk about him like he is way, way higher up on the pedestal than he should be. It's almost like, for any of you wrestling fans out there, it's almost like how AEW fans talk about their product. They're delusional, and they're stuck in their own minds, and they don't want to change anything about their views. And they think that everything's great with what they're doing. Yet when you actually look at what's going on, it's like, yeah, Shedeur was fine, but I don't think by any means he proved, hey, that he was, that he was drafted that things were, unfair to him, and he was underdrafted or he was undervalued. It was like, guys. And then people get mad when you say, hey, he's saying some things in the post game, or he's being overconfident. It's like, I don't want to get too involved into that, but it's very hard to root for somebody when his whole fan base, and it seems like there's just this catered media campaign to make it seem like this guy is the next future legend in this league, when he's only had one NFL start. And, it was fine, but it wasn't by any means the greatest thing I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of bad quarterback play, and I've seen some decent quarterback play. And with Shedeur near the top of it, he was fine, but he wasn't like anything like overly amazing. So we need to chill out. Okay. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.